Hey guys, Eric Sargent, General Manager at Ed Martin Toyota in Noblesville, Indiana, and today we're going to show off the Trekboxx 250 Low Bravo sleeper platform. Let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to show off the low profile Bravo sleeper, and essentially what we're looking at here is a drawer system. It's a dual drawer system. It's going to have your typical Trekboxx features, birchwood, CNC cut, specific to this vehicle. Of course, they're all lockable. There is a couple upgrades on the 250 series. It's got these additional latches now. So you'll notice that there are a couple extra buttons right here. This is actually so that the drawer is fully secured with absolutely no rattles. It's actually hitting a striker plate on the back of the unit. So to release the striker plate, you do have to press this button. That additional step is essentially making it so the unit is going to remain rattle-free forever. We got, of course, two drawers. They extend all the way out. This particular one has a cutting board attached to the top of it. So this is being my camping rig, is going to be used for kitchen stuff underneath here. This new version has these additional groove cutouts, as you can see here, so that you can put in as many or as little of these as you want to. They're made out of plastic. They just pull in and out. They kind of squeeze in here. So if you'll notice on this, I can add that one right back in here. You can order as many of these as you need to, but essentially they're just going to slide right in, and then you're going to be able to clip your additional pieces inside these grooves, just like that on both sides. So easy to add in, easy to pull out, and super easy to store because they're very thin and light. So on the other side, we also have the same thing. We have additional notches, and we have some stuff already in here. So we're going to go ahead and just shut the drawer, but you can get the same cutting board on both sides if you needed to. All right, this Trekboxx base platform is a prerequisite for this mod, and as well as any of the drawer systems that they offer, the Alpha or the Bravo low profile. The advantage of having this is that you're going to have a securing point for your actual drawer system. Because obviously this is over the hybrid battery. Additional to that, you're going to have additional weight increase because this is made out of wood versus just having the foam that Toyota has. So you can secure it and you can add additional weight. Now let's go ahead and talk about what makes this sleeping platform special. First and foremost, it's a sleeping platform that you do not have to delete the rear seats. There are lots on the market that you do pull out the rear seats, but this one is kind of unique in the design that it does not have to. So the way that works is you're going to have two boards here. So the first board is going to be your top of the drawer, and then this additional layer board is going to be your sleeping platform. The reason we have them stacked here is because you have to store it somewhere, and we don't want to put it on the roof or anything like that. So these additional securing mechanism points that we have here for securing your fridge or any gear securely, they are routed and inset. So when you put your mattress on top of this board, you don't have anything kind of jabbing you in the side. So we're going to go ahead and just pull these off here, and it's just a simple pinch open and pull out. And once we have those out, we have a completely flat surface. Go ahead and set those down over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the second row seats, we're going to lay them flat, and then we're going to move this board over the second row seats, and then we're going to secure it, and then we'll kind of show off how that would work as a sleeping platform. So let's get started. Okay, so now that we're in the back, we're going to go ahead and fold the seats flat and extend the sleeping platform board to the back and secure it down. We've already got the passenger side down, so we're going to go ahead and take the driver's side, go ahead and tumble it forward and push it back flat. So we're as flat as it can be at the moment. We're essentially going to strap the board to the D-pillar grab handle located right here. Nothing more than a loop handle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this, run it through the grab handle, pull it back through here, and pull that through. There we go. Just like that. And we are going to take this board, the top board, and we're going to unlatch it. So just a little red handle here. Just pull forward on it. You can see you can shut it just as easy as you can open it. It's latched. Pull on that trigger, unlatch it, and we're good. So it's unlatched at the moment. We're going to go ahead and use this exact same handle in just a moment to re-secure it. through the points on the opposite end. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the top piece, I'm just gonna drag it. This is not hard to do, just one person. As we get towards the edge, you can see through where the latch is gonna pull through. So we're gonna go ahead and just go really slow so we don't overdo it. Let it drop down, just like that. And once we have it lined up, we're gonna go ahead and relatch it. I'm just gonna do it on the driver's side right now, like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this handle, this strap here, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach it the same way I did on the other one. So put it in there and latch it. And now this is secured right here. I'm gonna do the passenger side. Switching sides, same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and pinch and pull, put it in the first one, just like that. So now, the sleeping platform is secure. We have it latched down right here so it can't wiggle. Same latch that secured it beforehand. And then it's attached using the full strength of the D-pillar on this cord here. So, our entry point to the vehicle could be on the side, it could be back here. You can see it's very strong, doesn't wiggle much at all. We did add a bubble level right here, so if you wanted to camp on a completely flat surface, it really wouldn't be any harder than just finding the right size log or stick to drive on until you have that level bubble centered up there. So again, this particular board, when you're not using the sleeping platform, has the same exact 6 latch points, left, right, and center, for any gear that you may have. And then once you are using this here, then if you wanted to secure anything back here or even drive with the sleeping platform secured, you still have those exact same 6 latch points right here, 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 and here. So they're almost identical matching boards, with the exception of the bubble level that's on that platform. And the reason that that's located where it's at is specifically so that you as the driver can see the bubble level from where you're at. Just turn your head, look down, and you know that you're level without having to get out of the car and remeasure or re-level. And then down here on the base platform on our single layer, you'll notice that it has this indentation right here. And that's where it's actually going to latch in so that it doesn't wiggle around. So it's going to push against this right here, this piece of plastic, and then it's going to re-latch through the latch system on the back of it. So it's very, very secure in terms of the board. And as of right now, we have the sleeping platform fully installed. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a couple measurements. Okay, so right now we're at 76 inches, and that's from the back. You'll notice that there actually is some more room. So if we were to go all the way to the seat, folded forward. So your minimum measurement is going to be 76. I personally am 6'4", so it's about the exact same length as me. But if your feet are on the bottom, then they could hang out a little bit more. Then, if you wanted to look at the overall width, could you sleep 2 people? You probably could. It would be tight for sure, but it could be done. We're 43.5 inches right here from side to side. So what we're going to do now is just kind of show off a mattress. And I actually have not even, this is an Exped mattress that I've used for a long time. And I haven't test fitted this yet, but we're going to go ahead and unroll it, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to see how it fits. Okay, so this is my full-size Exped mat. I don't know the model number, but I will look it up and I'll put it in the comment section in case anyone has any interest in kind of copying this setup. I did buy an REI, but I'll find the link and I'll post it on there. But as you can see, you can have a full sleeping platform in the back of an LC250. You may think, well, where's all my cargo gear going to go while I'm camping? I thought of that too. This probably wouldn't be a great setup for long-term camping unless you can pack everything in the drawers in the front seat. But for me personally, when I go camping, I do travel really lightly, And the fridge that I carry in my vehicle does have a built-in battery. So when I'm driving or when I'm ready to camp for the night, I can take my fridge and I can pull it outside the vehicle without having to have any wires plugged into it, and it'll run for about 8 hours or so, depending on, of course, how hot or cold it is, maybe longer, maybe a little bit shorter. So that's a benefit of having one that has a battery. If you don't have one that has a battery, then you could, of course, plug in like a Jackery or Goal Zero type battery to it. But obviously you won't want that in the vehicle with you unless you were sleeping by yourself on just half of it. And there probably are some air mattresses that you could use that would accommodate fitting on just one side of it. I just haven't done the research on that yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the car just so you can kind of have a reference point on how much space it actually has, and I'll go over a couple other little features that I've added to this for my own personal benefit. Okay, so again, I'm 6'4", and I would probably sleep with my feet towards the back here, but just as a length measurement here, I have my head all the way back on this side. If I was by myself, I could even kind of sleep a little sideways and probably gain another 10 inches or so. It's a little tight. I mean, you definitely have a minimal amount of room here, but I don't feel claustrophobic, but that would vary on person to person. We do have a couple added things here. I added a couple fans. These are just little Amazon fans that are like 20 bucks or something like that. They run on a battery. It has a couple of different settings for high and low. I went ahead and knew that I may want some more power out of it, so I added a couple USB ports right here on the restraint system latch for Land Cruisers and other markets that have a third row. So we have this cut out here, so I added another Baja LED light as well as three USB ports. And then I also added a 9-inch aluminum RAM bar, and I'll link all this in the comment section. But my buddy Zach at ZR Tactical made this adapter, so it uses the bolt system for this grab handle. It's just a thin piece of steel that we can mount this RAM bar to. So I have this fan here, and then I just cut off the base of it and adapted it to a RAM ball, size B, and then a medium-sized B RAM ball extension here. So we can take this and we can move it around anywhere we want. Get it kind of out of the way, tighten it up, and you're good. And then on the other side, I did the same thing with a second fan. And there's plenty of space for other things. So if you wanted to put like an iPad mini mount or an iPad mount here to watch a movie, or just any kind of accessory you can. This also has the same ZR Tactical or ZR Overland extension piece for the RAM bar, but this one is a little bit longer than the one on the other side because it has a place for my Switch Pro. So if I want to control any of my lights from back here without having to pull out the app on my phone, I could do that by just touching the redundant three-way Switch Pro head that's located right here, as well as in the front too. Same thing, added a couple extra USB ports so I can run a power cord to the USB fans or iPad or device, and of course another Baja light. I made one that was white and one that's red, so they're kind of contrasting. Then in the back here, I added a couple extra buttons. So we have the glass pop and we have the hatch pop. So if you are actually in the back and you want to exit the vehicle from the back versus the side, you could do that. If you want to pop the glass from the inside, you just press this button right here. So if you're sleeping in the vehicle and you want to get some fresh air, you could just press this glass pop button here. It's the same button that's on the other side of the glass. We just relocated it and made it two of them. So I can push the glass out from the inside and have fresh air coming in. Same thing with the hatch. If I wanted to open the whole hatch, I could press this button from the inside and open that up as well. One thing that I'm considering doing sooner than later is I'm going to actually make a screen that fits inside here, and I'm going to have it Velcroed. So when I want to open it up and I don't want to get some bugs in, then I can just have a screen that will roll up, and then it'll Velcro to the side here. Haven't done that yet. Okay, so now that we've had a good night's sleep, we're going to go ahead and put camp back together here. So this is going to be our tear down. Same way we did it before. We're going to go ahead and release the latches on both sides. I'm going to do it from reaching over. Okay. And now we need to unlatch it on both sides. Walk around. Okay. And then you'll notice right here that we have these additional latch points right here. That's where it's gonna stick in before we latch it down, so it's nice and tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of lean in and pick it up. Slide it back. And then, so we're right underneath of it. You notice that we have kind of the opposite gendered mechanism right there. It's got a V shape. It's gonna sink in there. So we're just gonna keep pulling on it. And the latch is just clicked into place. So, okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and latch it. And all we have to do here is just take this same latch, pull on the trigger, let it click. Same thing here, let it go in there, click. And this thing is nice and secure again. And then you're back to a 4-seat or 5-seat configuration. One additional question that you may have is, how does the fridge fit on this low Bravo system? And the answer is, it's going to depend on your fridge. So I've had this fridge for a few years. This is the EcoFlow Glacier, and I like this fridge because it has a battery, so you can replace the battery, you know, if you needed to not connect it to your vehicle, although I do connect it to the vehicle. And it also has an ice maker, which is essential for making margaritas. And all I'm gonna do is stick it in here, and we're gonna need to essentially secure it down using the additional ratchet straps, Trekboxx ratchet straps, and then also just position these securing mechanisms anywhere you want. So I'm gonna set it in there, set one on both sides. Actually, we'd probably set it right here, and then we'll just ratchet strap around the handle. So we can do that off camera, you know, will the fridge open while you have this extra space being used? Again, just depends on the size of the fridge. Mine, it does a little bit. I can reach in there and I can grab stuff. Is it ideal? No, because if you had something really big, you'd have to kind of pull it out, and it's not on a drawer system, on a drawer. If I pushed it in more, then I of course have more room because the car gets higher in the middle. So if I were to put the seat down on the 60 split area, now I have some extra room. I could pull it in right there, and now I have more room to put in. So again, is it ideal? It's probably not. Maybe I should get a smaller fridge, but I've already owned this one, and it's not that heavy, so I like it the way that it is currently. That's pretty much it. I'd love to hear what you have to think about it. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, I'd love to hear them, especially if you can think of any improvements that we haven't thought of so far. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up into a part 3 of Eric Builds the Land Cruiser series once we're done with our dual battery setup, which is the Red Arc Go block, which we're gonna install next week. So we'll stay tuned for that video. If you guys like the channel, please hit thumbs up and subscribe for future Land Cruiser content. And again, please don't forget to ask questions in the comment section below. We really appreciate answering those.